person arrived in Asia. This is what we call our Conhai Meadow, where we care for different type of deer and one type of antelope. Right now, they are on the other side of the field.
Oh my
You will
god.
see them later on in the tour. You will notice there are a lot of people in this area as well. You will
Macroration.
see them all over the zoo. Just a friendly reminder, they are wild animals, so please respect your personal space when you see them all over the zoo. The male peafowl are called peacocks, the female peafowl are called peahens, and the children are called peachicks. Now here to our right, we've got our Bactrian deer. They are a subspecies of red deer, although they are not red. As you can see, they are a pale gray.
Mami, mira, saya lima, mira,
Right now,
mira.
they are still shedding their winter coats, so they might have a rough look to
Ese su
them.
cuerno parece que le hayan puesto
They
encima.
are native to Central
Mira,
Asia,
yung lima na yan.
and populations have been difficult to monitor due to political fighting in the area. However, a researcher from WCS was able to confirm that they do still exist in Afghanistan after not being seen for nearly 40 years. Now, before we get to our next area, here is an interesting WCS conservation story.
Farmers in Indonesia live closely with wild animals, like elephants, which we will see shortly. WCS field staff work with local leaders and farmers in Indonesia to come up with the Crop Protection Unit. This unit created many different ways for farming to continue in close proximity of wild animals. One strategy was to soak ropes in chili powder and place them around the crops. Elephants do not like chili and leave the farms alone, allowing the farmer and the animals to share the habitat peacefully.
Now, we all know that a species that is extinct no longer exists. The next animal we'll see was on the verge of extinction. In fact, the Pershvalsky's horse was extinct in the wild, meaning they can only be found in zoos.
God.
You may see one of them is smaller than the rest. That is a newly born foal born just 3 months ago. Bronx Zoo has had these horses since 1902, and to date we
Wow,
have had over
1902.
50 horse foals born right here at the zoo, including that one you see right there. Now you will notice they look a little bit different from the domestic horses we are more used to seeing. They have a stockier build, shorter legs, and an erect mane, which is missing a forelock. As the piece
Mira,
of
uno
mane
está allá,
that
mira.
falls over their forehead.
Ano tayo?
Gatos, caballos.
Sí.
Now here's some more information about our horses from Jonathan
Ay,
Slad.
un caballo ya.
Jonathan Slad, and I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth. My job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. Petrobosky's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. On a recent trip to Kazakhstan, I thought about the ongoing and successful efforts in that country to bring these horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories, to watch the impossible become possible, and to see hope restored. That's what's happening today with Petrobosky's horse.
You will notice we are still in the area for the Mongolian wild horses. That's because we like to give our animals a lot of room to run and play around. Believe me, they use every inch of the space. Now these trains are pretty old. We opened them up in 1977, so they're almost 50 years old. These trains. If you know, these trains are also one of the only monorails left in the world. Now the next animal we'll be on the lookout for is the gaur, which is the world's largest wild cattle. The males can stand up to 6 feet tall and are 10 feet in length.
It's a zebra, it's a zebra.
And they can weigh
Yeah.
over 2,000 pounds.
Dar Red
With their
Bull.
large size and impressive horns, a male gaur can fight off just about any predator, even a tiger.
Todos están echados.
Now look at their horns if you can. You can tell whether they are male or female by the way they curve. If they curve inwards, those are
Hay uno
the
hasta allá
female.
abajo de la pierna mía.
And if they curve upwards, those are the male.
Ellos pueden venir y pasar para el otro lado.
Now here's some more information about our gaur from our
Some
zookeeper
boy.
Dave that works here at the zoo.
Hi,
Red
I'm
Bull.
Dave, a wild animal keeper here at Wild Asia. When the Bronx Zoo received 2 female and 1 male gaur from the San Diego Zoo, It took a couple of introductions before all the animals were comfortable, but after a little bit of time, the 3 new animals fully integrated into the herd, and we have the family that you see today. A family group of gaur can consist of up to 40 individuals and is typically led by an older adult female called the matriarch. Since the 2 females and 1 male have been added to this family, there have been a number of offspring. This is important because gaur are considered to be a vulnerable species, so it's vital to maintain a healthy growing herd.
Yeah, get that door shut to close it, just push on it. I still got yellow on that door showing it. If you chew the flesh, it might be green.
Now, as we practice our scientific observation skills, you might be hearing a noise coming from a concrete jungle rather than an Asian one. It's easy to forget that the Bronx Zoo sits in the heart of an urban environment, but the noise you might be hearing behind you soon is traffic on the Bronx River Parkway. This large fence that we will be passing by soon was built in order to help reduce the noise of the city traffic and allow our animals to be more comfortable. Now, as we round this bend, the next animal we'll see is the tiger. Just a small reminder, there is absolutely no standing throughout this entire tour,
Come on, I want to see the tiger. Come on.
especially here. Now, tiger stripes provide excellent camouflage, so they are often difficult to spot. So secretive that even professional researchers have trouble finding them in the field. Adult tigers are solitary creatures, so you will only see one of them in the field at one time. Here he is, walking up the hill. That is our male Amur tiger, Anakin.
Oh, see.
Right there, to the left. He's walking up the hill right now. Of the 2 subspecies that we have here at the Bronx Zoo, which are the Malayan and the Amur
¿Qué comen los
tiger
tigres,
are
mami?
larger. Also known
Carne.
as the
¿Y si
Siberian
molestas?
tiger.
Mira, hacen los tigres cuando se moría la película.
But they prefer wild pig and medium-sized deer. Typically, a tiger will gorge itself on a fresh kill, eating as much as 40 pounds of meat
Fresh.
at one time. That is the equivalent
Como los
of
tigres, como
160
fútbol de
hamburgers
tigres.
in one sitting.
Ma, como fue de tigres.
After a meal of that size, a tiger will usually not eat again for several days.
Está grande. Esos niños está grande también.
If you'd like to see more tigers, we have more of them at Tiger Mountain, located just 1 shuttle ride away from the monorail. Now, as we leave the tiger zone, we will be at the back half of the gaur zone. If you come back and ride the monorail again later on, they will be all here.
Pues es.
No sé.
Anda, hazte más tigres.
And after we pass this tree line here, we will be at the back half of the
Yo, I heard
Concho
a
Meadow, where you can see the different type of deer and
Mira.
antelope.
Deer.
The small colored animals, the small tan colored animal with the white underbelly, those are the blackbuck antelope. The chocolate colored one with the antlers, with the horns, that is also a blackbuck antelope. They are dimorphic, meaning that the males and females look different from each other. The ones with the spots, those are the axis deer. You may know that axis,
Yeah.
some deer
Oh,
start
sí,
their life
chiquito,
off
yo lo
with
vi.
spots, but they fade as they mature. However, the axis deer, they keep their spots for their entire life. If you look all
Hay
the
uno
way to
aquí,
the
mira,
right,
mira.
in between the roads, sitting next to the fence, along the fence line, we have a
Oh,
family of
sí.
Marisinga deer. Those are the orange colored ones.
Wow, hay hartos, mira.
Marisinga deer.
Ma,
Get their name from the look of the male's
se deja
antlers.
tocan.
Marisinga meaning
No,
12
mira.
tied in the Hindi language because
Corre
there are
rápido o
12 to
pasito.
14 points.
El deer. Rápido.
Oh, there is a
Pues
peacock.
picas así.
The tracks.
Rápido. Sí.
We got off. So we're good.
Yeah.
Se queda viendo.
Sí, que le vi.
Now the next animal we'll see comes from the Indonesian island of Sulawesi. If you see what looks like a pig with upper tusk that erupts to the
pig.
top of its snout, you have found a wild pig species called the babi rusa. Babi rusa meaning pig deer in the Malay language. And these animals are considered an endangered species. Now they have very little hair on their body and their skin color allows them to blend in with the mud, but here is one right now. It's kind of hard to see that one. Oh, there's 2 at the base of the tree. They're lying down right now. Those are 2 female
Where?
babyrusas at the base of the tree.
I'm
At
blind.
the back,
At the
behind the bush.
where?
It's kind of hard to see.
No la vi. Maybe you will ver mi teléfono.
Now the next animal we'll see is the world's largest land mammal.
Wow.
Yes, and it is the elephant.
Yo.
Here to our right, we have our Asian elephant, Happy. African and Asian elephants are iconic animals worldwide. However, they are struggling in the wild. Here at the Bronx Zoo, our elephants receive a lot of personal attention, including baths and pedicures. That large tree stump to the left of the field is their elephant-sized back scratcher. Now, Asian elephants can weigh more than 10,000 pounds, so they have to eat a lot of vegetation. For example, our elephants can eat up to 200 pounds of hay each day and drink 60 gallons of water. Now take a close look at her trunk if you can. There are more than 40,000 muscles in there. That's more than the human body. She can use it to snap off a tree branch with enormous force or even so gently pick up a single blade of grass.
¿Qué es eso,
She
mami?
just did that right now.
Este. Ese tiene aquí.
Now, as we say
Ese
goodbye
looks
to
up.
Happy, we will be saying hello to another large land mammal. This animal has armor-like skin, has a horn in the front of its nose, and can weigh 3,500 pounds. If we look to our right, walking in the middle of the field is our female rhino, Callie.
Está gorda, mama.
Today, we know that
Está
rhinos are
gorda.
considered vulnerable or endangered. Recent estimations have their wild population at 3,700 in India and Nepal. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we care for 4 endangered greater one-horned rhinos. We've had a great success with them. Caring for this very rare animal is one thing, but breeding is a huge challenge. Think about this, female rhinos are pregnant for 16 months. Wow. Can you imagine being pregnant for almost 1 year and a half?
Yo.
Neither can I. A baby rhino will stay with its mother for 2 to 3 years, although weaning may only take 12 to 16 months. And so far, we've had 14 baby rhinos born right here at the zoo. Now, even though the skin of the rhino looks thick and tough, it is actually very sensitive and needs protection from the sun and from insects. One of the rhino's favorite ways to protect its skin is to sit in a mud burrow, like she was doing earlier. Since the Wild Asia monorail opened in 1977, many rhinos have spent time enlarging these burrows. By stomping around in the mud, a rhino can shape and mold the area to its liking. Here's their mud burrow right now.
Pigs.
Before we go to the next area, here's some more information about our rhinos in this recording provided.
WCF, the rhinos you see here are Indian rhinos. We work with habitats all over the world that are homes to rhinos. Here is a note from our field office in Sumatra, and Wulan, who works with the Sumatran rhino. Sumatran rhinos are the smallest of the world's rhinos, and they are considered critically endangered.
My name is Wulan Puskari, and I'm the Species Conservation Specialist for WCS Indonesia program. We carried out an island-wide survey of the last wild population of Sumatran rhinoceros in Indonesia. With so many unknowns on how to manage Sumatran rhinos in the wild or captivity, our studies showed definitively that we must protect them at source. The cost of doing nothing could be the extinction of the species, and I can't imagine that.
Wow.
In our next area, you will see different type of deer and one type of antelope. The smallest deer in this area, the reddish-orange one, all the way to the right, that's walking right now, that is a Indian
Oh,
mudgeon deer,
sí.
also known as barking deer, because they make a barking noise when they are alarmed.
Parece con kangaroo.
The biggest deer in this area, which are the sambar deer, are the largest deer in southern Asia. The males can stand up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh 650 pounds. Once at the fence right now, standing at the fence, those are the sambar deer. Right now, you will only see stubs where their antlers are supposed to be. That's because their antlers, they shed their antlers recently, so they're still going in now.
Sí.
Now the smaller smaller deer with the hog-like appearance, those are the hog deer. And they get their name from their hog-like appearance. They do like to run under things rather than leaping over things, like other deer
Mia.
species do.
Makar.
And the medium-sized brown deer in this area, those are the brown antler deer, also known as Elk's deer.
Wow.
Here, all the way to our right, we will be passing by, that is a brown antler deer once again.
Mira.
Here's a brown antler deer.
Okay.
So just tell them na.
And here, all the way to our right, we will be passing by them soon. There's 3 right next to the train. Those are the nilgai antelope. They have
Aw.
stripes on their hooves that make them look like they're wearing zebra socks.
Yes.
The nilgai antelope are the largest of the Asian antelope species.
Sige. Mia, I'm
Right
asking you.
now, they are eating that grass. They do prefer to eat grass, but they can also eat leaves, fruits, and flowers from trees by standing on their hind legs. We've got a family of nilgai antelope at the log over there. And here in our next area, we're on the lookout for a small animal. Here, walking up the hill right now in the middle of the field, that is a Chinese tufted deer.
Maraming chiquitito pinanos.
And that is not a baby, that is a fully grown adult tufted deer.
Solo uno?
They get their name from the distinctive tuft of hair that is on top of their head. We've got another one at the back at the fence, walking along the fence.
Yeah.
And here we've got another one on top of the rocks, all the way in the back.
Oh, sige.
Now these deer are very rare in zoos outside of China, so the Bronx Zoo is lucky to have them. Now get your cameras ready because we will be passing over the highest point of this tour at over 30 feet in the air. We are now passing over the Bronx River once again.
¿Cómo están mis niñas?
Thousands of commuters cross this waterway every day, but underneath our highways and our elevated tracks, the river still rushes along, providing a habitat for ducks, turtles, fish, and migrating birds. If you see the bridge in the distance, that is where we started our tour off earlier. Now in this next area, you will notice it is very rocky, which is the perfect terrain for the marked corgos.
Yeah.
Here at the base of the tree, on the left, that is a marked corgo, male marked corgo. They are the largest of the wild goat species. The males have corkscrew-shaped like horns that can grow up to 5 feet long, while the females' horns can grow up to 3 feet long.
Okay. Oh my god. Te parece como Depo. Parece.
Se va la señal.
Now, fun fact about the marked corgos,
Dos,
they can jump up to
tres,
6
cuatro.
feet high in the air without a running start. You see a lot of them are on the rocks right now. 2 of them are on top of the rocks. They are very good rock climbers. And if we wanted to study them in the wild, we would have to do some serious rock climbing. Now the ones with the shorter horns that curve backwards, those are the Himalayan tahr. We've got 2 of them over here. They are a relative of the wild goat species.
¿Te colgó, Fernando?
Got 2 female Himalayan tahrs up
Okay.
here. Now last but not least, the final animal of this tour is a red and furry creature which we call the red panda.
The red.
If we look to our
Turning
right,
red.
past the tree, sitting on this platform, we have our red panda lioness.
¿No sabes?
No lo oí por estar escribiendo lo tío. Mira, mira.
Se parece Turning red.
Viendo aquí.
People have always been fascinated by the color of red pandas. In Nepal, the word for red panda is roughly translated
Más se parece
to
como
wild
Turning
ox.
red.
And the The Chinese word for red panda translates to small bear
Sige, ito
cat.
kalo. Ito pa panda.
Today we know they are more closely related to skunks, raccoons, and weasels.
Raccoon?
Not related to the giant panda,
Raccoon,
although
meron?
they
Hey.
both eat bamboo. If you'd like to see more red pandas, you can visit our Himalayan Highlands exhibit, located just a short walk from the monorail. There you can also see one of Asia's big cats, the snow leopard.
You lagi mucho para panda.
Now, as
Man,
we
yun ang mag-start
round
with a panda.
this bend, our journey is almost at an end. You have heard from some of our animal experts here in the field and tried out some of your own science skills while on this ride. We hope you've been inspired by what you have heard and seen
Puro
today.
panda.
Remember, the Bronx Zoo is part of the Wildlife Conservation Society, or WCS. In addition to managing 5 parks in New York City, which are the Bronx Zoo, New York Aquarium, Central Park Zoo, Queens Zoo, and Prospect Park Zoo, the WCS also has scientists in the field at more than 300 scientists in over 50 countries. Many of the animals you saw here today are considered endangered. Just by visiting us today, you are helping us with our efforts to protect these wild animals and their wild spaces. If you'd like to find other ways to get involved, you can also visit us at bronxzoo.com, where you can join an education program, plan your next visit, or become a WCS member.
Puso panda.
Now I will be slowing the train down to a stop
También el
here, but this is
rojo
not
panda
our
también.
final
¿Sí, ves,
stop. I
También
am
chinitos.
going to be resetting the train for the next tour.
Pero
And
ves son
once the train in
chinitos.
front of us leaves, I will get you guys
Estamos
back
haciendo.
to platform, where you can continue the rest of your day at the beautiful Bronx Zoo.
Se acabó la gasolina.
Sí, cuando el muñeco de rojo panda.
No hay señal.
Mami hizo una risa así, porque no sé.
Alright guys, thank you for your patience. The train in front of us is leaving, and I will get the train moving. Get you guys to the platform right now. And as a reminder for your park visit today, we have a great web-based interactive map for you to use. This map has up-to-date status of activities and point-to-point GPS directions. No download needed, just go to bronxzoo.com/today. That is bronxzoo.com/today for a park map during your visit. Our adventure is now coming to an end. Please remain seated until the train doors open. Please watch your step when you are exiting the monorail car. For those in the front row, there is a step up, and for those in the back row, there is a step down. On behalf of the Bronx Zoo, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today, and we hope you come back and visit us again soon.
Her scream, my hair screaming. Wow.
Good. Doors opening. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Follow your personal belongings.
Thank you. Oh my God.